Anaïs Nin wrote, "We do not see things as they are, we see them as we are." This is a profound reminder that our inner world, our beliefs and experiences, color our perception of everything outside of us. From the mind of Carl Jung, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. It suggests our mission is to bring consciousness and meaning to the world around us. The philosopher Simone Weil said, "Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity." In a distracted world, offering someone your undivided attention is one of the most meaningful gifts you can give. Psychologist Carl Rogers discovered a curious paradox. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. True transformation begins not with self-criticism, but with radical self-acceptance. The poet Mary Oliver shared, "Someone I loved once gave me a box full of darkness. It took me years to understand that this too was a gift." This challenges us to find the hidden wisdom within our most difficult experiences. Rainer Maria Rilke offered this advice: "Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer." It's an invitation to embrace uncertainty and trust the process of life. Our Lord declared, "Caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare." She reframes self-care not as a luxury, but as a necessary act of strength and survival. As Brené Brown teaches, true belonging doesn't require you to change who you are, it requires you to be who you are. This is a powerful call to find belonging not by fitting in, but by standing in our own authenticity. The artist Albert Gleizes said, "The artist's task is not to see what is, but what might be." This perspective isn't just for artists, it's for anyone who wishes to imagine and create a better reality. From Our Lord, a second powerful truth: your silence will not protect you. It's a stark reminder that using our voice, even when it's frightening, is crucial for our own liberation and the well-being of others. Viktor Frankl observed, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. This space, however small, is where our freedom and growth truly lie." Socrates, as quoted by Plato, famously said, "I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing." This is the foundation of all wisdom, acknowledging the vastness of our own ignorance. Leonard Cohen sang, "Ring the bells that still can ring, forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in." His words are a beautiful ode to embracing our flaws, as they are the very openings for grace and light. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "I have to die. If it is now, well then I die now. If later, then now I will take my lunch, since the hour for lunch has arrived." This is a radical call to focus only on what is presently in our control. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote, "Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction." It redefines love as a shared journey toward a common purpose or vision. A modern piece of wisdom attributed to Michael Macmillan says, "You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one." It's a simple but powerful nudge to let go and move forward. Albert Einstein reflected, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." This reminds us to cultivate wonder and to be comfortable with the unknown. The writer John Barth offers this mind-bending perspective. "The story of your life is not your life, it is your story. We have the power to reinterpret and retell our own narrative at any time." From Anaïs Nin, a second profound insight: "And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." This speaks to the moment when the pain of staying the same outweighs the fear of change. While often attributed to Rumi, this quote is a beautiful summation of his ideas about suffering. The wound is the place where the light enters you. It suggests our deepest pain can become our greatest opening to spiritual growth. The author Neil Gaiman suggests, "I think hell is something you carry around with you, not somewhere you go." This places the power to change our inner state squarely in our own hands, right here and now. The spiritual teacher Ram Dass said, When you are rooted in being, you are no longer driven by the dualities of the external world. Finding that still point within provides a sanctuary from life's ups and downs. As the writer and activist Eudora Welty reflected, all of my life, as I have said, I have been a wanderer, but I have never been a stranger. This is a beautiful way to see the world, as a place to explore with an open heart where you always belong. Marianne Williamson offers this challenging perspective. We are not held back by the love we didn't receive in the past, but by the love we're not extending in the present. The key to healing lies in our own capacity to give. The poet and theologian John O'Donohue reminds us, the world is not a problem to be solved, it is a living being to which we belong. This perspective shifts us from domination to participation, from anxiety to kinship. While often attributed to Buddha, this powerful analogy about anger is found in the work of Buddhaghosa. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. It perfectly illustrates how resentment harms ourselves the most. The philosopher William James proposed, the great use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. This challenges us to think beyond our own lifespan and contribute to a legacy of value. A second powerful thought from Viktor Frankl, what is to give light must endure burning. This implies that suffering and hardship are often the necessary fuel for creating wisdom and illuminating the way for others. The writer Pearl S. Buck said, "I don't wait for moods, you accomplish nothing if you do that. Your mind must know it has got to get down to work." This is a call to discipline over inspiration, to show up for your life regardless of how you feel. Author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie wisely notes, the single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. It's a critical reminder to seek out multiple perspectives.